Good evening, folks. I'm going to read you a story from this book I found called Bible Stories. I found it in a storeroom of my family. It says 1953. It might have been one of my great uncle's stuff from Pennsylvania, but it's a 365 Bible. And the pages, I'm ripping them almost as I'm turning them. I feel bad, but there's some good stuff here. But they're one-page stories. So I'm going to read you the one for today. I have it marked. May 29th. It's called Moses Helps the Israelites. And I just wanted to show you, there's a few little pictures. Here's a picture of baby Moses. They're kind of cute. And that's his sister. And there's a few full-page artworks. Here's the prodigal son. And here's Jesus here praying in the garden. And I thought it was pretty cool art. And the Bible is, 2,000 years old. Actually older if you include the Old Testament. So, but these stories are still good today for our everyday lives. So here's today's. It says, the Israelites were in the camp waiting for Moses. Moses was up on the mountain talking to God. The Israelite people waited for many days. Finally, they were tired of waiting. Moses is never coming back, they said. We will never get to the new land God promised us without Moses to show us the way. The people thought Moses had forgotten about them. They thought God had forgotten about them. They did a very wrong thing, and they made a god of gold and prayed to it instead of praying to the real God. God had not forgotten the Israelite people. He knew what they were doing. He was very angry. Up on the mountain, he said to Moses, the Israelite people have done a very wrong thing. They have prayed to a god of gold. They must remember that I am their God. They shall be punished. I shall not let them to go live in the beautiful promised land. Moses was very sorry to hear God say these words. He knew how much the people wanted to go there. He was sorry that they had done wrong. He asked God to forgive them. He said, please do not say that the Israelites shall not go to the promised land. Don't you remember how unhappy they were in Egypt? Do not remember that you promised Abraham to give the Israelites a new land. He said it would be home of his children and his grandchildren. The people want so much to go there. Please let them. God listened to all that Moses said, and Moses wanted to help the people reach the promised land. He would tell them to do right and to pray to the real God. So God told kind Moses to go to the people and lead them on to the beautiful promised land. And that's, of course, in the story of Exodus, chapter 32. There's also a reference to John 3. So, the moral of the story, folks, is to be patient. God knows all time from beginning to end, and He knows your struggle. And just lift up your cares and worries to God, and He's faithful to, in His time, to help you. It may not be on your time, but just remember that God hears us, and He knows everything that we do, and He knows your needs, and just to cast your cares onto Him. Thank you, and be blessed.